Welcome back, everybody. My name is Alex Anthony, and you're watching episode number 9 of Pokemon Today. So I just wanted to... I'm going with the same music that I had on Free Card Giveaway 14. Hopefully y'all don't mind. If you get sick of it, let me know. I'm kind of obsessive with things. When I find something I like, I really write it out. So thanks again to Breaks for this amazing playlist. And yeah, I have actually a lot to get into today, so we're just going to jump right in. Astro Radiance booster boxes are actually slowly going down in price. So I wouldn't wait too long on these if you all are trying to get them before release. I feel like you should do one of two things. You should either keep an eye out. I mean, they've only gone down like by $1 or so. So if you pre-order them at $1.20 or at $1.25, that's still a fine price. But I think, you know, right down here we got, $123.28 free shipping. That's a great deal. And I would do this now because, like we saw with Brilliant Stars, it's going to up right before pre-release, and it's already April 6th, 2022. Recording this at 8:05 p.m. Before you know it, it's gonna be 1 month from now, and pre-release for Astro Radiance will be out. So, and as soon as that hits, watch that, because that's exactly what happened with Brilliant Stars. As soon as the pre-release happened, everybody, got on it. That's when the FOMO sets in, that 2 weeks. So get it now or wait a long time, is what I would recommend. Like wait until like wave 2, like wave 1, like we had to do with Brilliant Stars. So there's really not too much else to say about that set, and the booster box is going to be the only product I really do focus on for the foreseeable future. Once a set is released, or until a set is released, I just don't think that aside from the booster box and maybe the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB is going to be the only thing really worth focusing on. So we've got the trainer gallery here for Brilliant Stars. It's where I always like to start off for that set. Everything looks like it's relatively steady to where we were before, maybe a little bit of decline. The general theme that you'll notice from what I've noticed is that as the sealed product supply goes down, the singles supply is going up, and that is absolutely being reflected in these prices. So I think that this is actually a pretty good price, $30.71 for $4 to $5 shipping. That's why. This is the kind of thing where if you're going to get from this person, you would really have to go through their shop and make sure that they had a lot of stuff worth buying, because $5 shipping is quite a bit for a single product. Few sales, yeah, it's pretty decent price, and it is going down, but that shipping does kill this price right here. I like to go by item price only, because when you go by price plus shipping, it does show you sometimes the exact same thing, but if you can find multiple of one, so like say someone has a really good deal but they have 2 or 3 of them, and you buy all of those for the whatever shipping cost, like you can divide that by each item. So the shipping cost doesn't necessarily kill the product, it just kills it if it's just one of them. Like the more you can purchase at that same shipping cost, the better of a deal it's going to be. I think that there's not really too much else to focus on here. Everything is just like slowly kind of going down a little bit here and there, but nothing too crazy, nothing too dramatic. Long story short, my synopsis on this is I think this is a fine time to be picking up these cards if you see them at a good price. Sure, they might go down a little bit more, but I don't think you're going to see any drastic drop in price. The supply of Brilliant Stars doesn't really seem to be that crazy right now. We had wave 2 shockingly soon after wave 1. You would have thought they would have wanted to keep wave 2 like maybe a month after wave 1, so that we're not going a full like 6 weeks, it seems like, between waves. Well, I'm just assuming that we're gonna get another wave right around when Astro Radiance drops. But yeah, they did essentially wave 1 really was just like one big opening weekend, because I feel like you got to drop on the day it released, and then about a week after they had another release. So it's kind of, yeah, I can see how distributors are getting the product out. It's now getting into people's hands, but start to notice those prices slow down and going down. I would suspect just because we haven't really had a big influx of product. Onto the main set. So one thing that I really wanted to emphasize is that the price of these bigger cards is seeming to go down a little bit. Got the Charizard V alternate art, which was at, see, so this was a pre-release price, then it kind of drops down to that 165 range. I should have picked some up at that price. I just thought they were going to keep going down. I didn't know, because once again, the wave 2 came so quickly. You didn't know if wave 3 was just going to hit in 2 weeks and the price is going to keep going down. That's what would have happened if wave 3 hit so quickly, but because it hasn't, people are kind of like, oh, well, maybe now I do want to pick this card up, and it went back up to 200. It was over 200 for a little bit, and now it seems to be going back down a little bit. I've seen them right here. You got near mint. Let's see here. What's the best deal? I'd say this near mint right here with the shipping included. That's probably going to be your best deal, because what is this, $5? Yeah, it's pretty much the same price. But so 184 is like not the worst in the world, but I do think that this card Oh man, tough call. Does this card have room to drop or not? I mean, this is not. This is why I'm still a little new in the game and I'm trying to figure it all out for myself. And this is kind of like the point where I want to emphasize too. Like what I do here is really, I'm more of like a buying guide. Like I want to try and help people find the best deals. Everyone is doing investment advice, and I am not really. I know I've mentioned that word before, but investing implies buying and selling. Where I really am focusing more on the buying. You guys sell whenever the hell you want to sell. Like to me, that's just a personal decision. You know, some people want to hold the card for the rest of their lives. Is that investing? Is that collecting? What is that? It doesn't really matter. I guess that's technically collecting, but to me, I think that regardless of what you do, collect, invest, short-term, long-term, whatever, you want to buy the card at the most reasonable price. And I personally have messed up numerous times, you know, getting back into this hobby. I've gotten a lot of great deals, for sure. I'm not saying every time I purchase something I've messed up, but I have messed up enough times that I've gained experience in that, and I want to show you all how I've messed up and how you can all avoid messing up. This is one of those instances where I really don't think you can go wrong either way, because you can look at it one of two ways. You can either hold off and the card goes up another $10, $20, and you're like, oh damn, I should have bought when it was at 180, or it could go down another 20 or so. It's probably not going to once you see this level off here. So I think now is probably a fine time to get in. If you want to wait for a reprint, wait for a reprint. But this, when I say that, because you got to consider this, even though, you know, this is a market and we do talk about collecting, investing, what have you, like all those terms, things are variable and things go up and down, and it's not predictable 100%. So you kind of have to purchase something within like a window of acceptance. Like, I'm cool if this goes up by this much, I'm cool if it goes down by this much, and, you know, just be happy with it. So just the price that you pay isn't necessarily the price that you paid. You almost like want to consider that you bought a window of a price and you're happy that the card fell within that window. And as soon as it's not within that window, you can be like, all right, well, it dropped really low, I should have waited, or it's gone up quite a bit and I made a good decision. But you want to set that window reasonably enough that you're not like kind of killing yourself over $5-10 here and there. Just make the purchase, be happy with it, live your life, reevaluate after a couple months. Now, this card right here, I actually made my first purchase of. I almost got two of them because I found one for a really good deal. Oh dang, someone got it for 135. This was me right here, 140. I was like, 140 seems like a pretty good price for the Rainbow Charizard that was selling for like, you know, $400 pre-release. I'm like, I know it's not, you know, pre-release hype anymore, but it seems like a relatively good price. Looking at it now, you can't really find, and this was with shipping included, so that was 140 shipping included. You can't find it here for less than 150. So I think that at the moment, I'm pretty happy with that purchase. And like, I will do that. I will just buy a card if I think, okay, it's probably gonna go up. That's what I did with those Rayquazas. If I had known, I would have done it the same thing with the Umbreons. I think it's just, while I don't treat Pokemon like, you know, something to make money off of, I think it's dumb to like not make money if you see a money making opportunity. You know, not everything has to just be black and white. Like, I am a collector, I am an investor. You can just enjoy Pokemon and do whatever you want whenever you want and not really slap a label on it. But when you see an call it opportunity in the market, sure, if you have the means, take a risk on it. And if not, then do that with some smaller cards or just buy to collect, because Pokemon's awesome, so you don't have to do it in any other way. But if you are buying with the thought of selling, or if you just want to buy to have it, I think trying to find it at these lower prices is always going to be your best bet. That way you can buy more stuff. So the only other thing that I really wanted to touch on for this set was because you can just go through and do the exact same thing for every card. You're going to notice that cards are slightly going down here and there, here and there. What I wanted to touch on was the booster box price that I'm seeing here on TCG Player. To me, this is a little ridiculous. I'm not sure why so many people are paying this price. So we're getting back up to pre-release prices again, folks. We're getting back up to above MSRP. Like, soon enough, people are going to be wanting to go to Pokemon Center to get these instead of buying them here. But I am here to tell you that this is insane. I don't know what's going on. So loose product, 128, no, ridiculous. 130 with 14 shipping, no, this is absolutely absurd. eBay, folks. Sealed product, I don't know why, especially booster boxes half the time, almost always, to be perfectly fair. I don't know what it is about. I think TCG Player has like a bit more of a like hardcore collector vibe to it, so people just don't want to shop around. I really can't tell you, because to me these are some really boneheaded missed opportunities. Like, we're looking at, I'm gonna call them out right here, like, look at this, there's 6 people today, I'm sorry, of the 6th, sorry, there's like 20 people, you know, around 20, that purchased this box for $137 or more. Okay, let's just jump over to eBay real quick. I did the work for you all. 120, folks, 120 on eBay. And I did even more work for you. This person's got a $5 coupon at 150 plus. I already added them to my cart. That means if you add it, change it to two quantity, gets you above the 150, they take $5 off, free shipping. Now you're automatically paying 236. 236. And that is giving you, so you divide that by 2, we're talking 118 a booster box. I bought a Brilliant Stars booster box not last week, and I got it for 109 shipped. Why? Because I was on eBay, just checking, just seeing what was up, seeing what was going on. And I haven't seen enough. I think 109 is like maybe my record. Like I haven't seen a lot for under 109. And I'm not expecting, like, that was just a steal, you know, like, you're not going to find steals very often. That was an anomaly. But 118, and I bought that for 109 last week. I'm more than willing to pay 118. I'm probably going to get some of these right when I'm done with this video. This person has a good number in stock, too, I would guess. Let's see, they got 10 plus in stock. So, you know, let's all get some booster boxes, everybody. More than, see, like, this is what I like to just to see, like, what does someone actually have in stock? So let's go 20. See if they have only 10 left. Okay, so they have 10 left. Perfect. So they have 10 left. Guys, get them while you can, because once they're gone, they're gone. And that deal is really only, like, you get the best deal at the 2 boxes. So just buy 2 boxes. And then come back maybe and then buy 2 more. Because if you buy 4, you only get $5 off. So it's kind of dumb. But yeah, just make 2 separate purchases of 2 and 2. And then you can get the $5 off on each and get the same rate. So it's actually one of those weird instances where if you buy in bulk, you're getting a worse deal. So the point of diminishing return right here is 2. Like if you're looking at that, there you go, like that peak is gonna be 2, so just go get 2 boxes. It's a pretty sweet deal to me. Jumping from Brilliant Stars into Fusion Strike, things are going up a little bit here and there. Some of the cards that I've been focusing on, actually I was able to get a Gengar VMAX alternate art today for, I think it was like 80, I want to say this was me right here, 88.68. I just saw this in this person's shop and I was like, wait, near mint for $88 when everyone else is paying above 90? Like, let's just scroll down. Are there any other 88s? Nope. So you're looking at your boy right here. Of all the people who bought on 426 and, you know, in the past month, okay, no one's gotten a better deal. Why? Because I've been vigilant about it. This is how you have to shop if you're trying to get the best deal. I was just on here. I was in some person's shop. I forget exactly what card brought me to their shop, but then I saw Gengar VMAX alternate art, and it's not even a card that I'm really, like, into at all. I don't really think it's a good-looking card. I think it's fine. It's whatever. I'm sure it'll look great when I see it in person. I don't play Gengar. I like Gengar. He's fine. I'm more of a Haunter fan, truth be told. So this is probably one of those cards where I was just like, that's too good of a deal to leave on the market. Like, why would I leave that up there? And look right now. So near mint, if you want to buy that same card, you're not buying it for a penny cheaper than $6 more. So that seemed to me like a good deal. The price is going up on this card. So let's, you know, Dark Patch, everybody. Dark Patch is coming out in Astro Radiance. Dark decks are gonna be going up. So in terms of like playability, in terms of just overall sought afterness. So I thought that was a cool pickup. I haven't really been keeping my eye on this card too much. It's one of the few cards I'm just like, nah, what's whatever, that's cool. That's fine. It seems to be like another one of those cards that's peaked, not peaked, but has risen steadily in value. You know, if I see it at a good price, absolutely, I'd be happy to potentially look at it, but it'd have to be, you know, a good price, especially if it's a card that like I don't really love entirely. Whereas this one, I know that this Gengar is would move if I wanted to move it. Mew VMAX seems to be around that same $70-ish price that we've been noticing at. You know, kind of like not going up like those other cards have. Like, it's gone up since this exact point here, but not to record prices. So relatively, you know, no movement on this. The Mew VMAX Rainbow, I think, is going. I guess it looks a little bit similar, but from what I've noticed, because I have tried to pick a couple of these up, they've been pretty steadily going. I want to say upwards in that like high 40, low 50 range. Like, if you're picking this up for over 50, I think it's a little much. But I think when I got the last one that I got was for 40 even. It's in great condition. I'll have it in a video sooner than later. But yeah, I would just keep an eye out. But I do think that this one could be going up a little more. Honestly, I think it's because the alt art just kind of looks like whack. I don't really think it's like that great of alt art. I think some people, myself included, like just the regular VMAX more so. And yeah, I would keep your eye on the cards that are like the coolest of the bunch. Now this card right here, I got a few of, and I'm going to be keeping my eye out on trying to get maybe like a full play set. I think I have 3 of them on the way. But this card's going up. This card's going up. Like right now, if you want to, I think I was able to get the 3 of them for about 40 or less, maybe 42 or less. These are all here, 45, 46, 47, 45 again. So yeah, I don't know if this card's gonna be getting any cheaper, so I think just keep an eye out for that now if you're trying to pick one of these up. I should be keeping my eye on this Inteleon. Like I've mentioned before, this is one that I would like to grab. Near mint, $22. That's a great price. I know it's $4.99 shipping, but if you can go into this person's shop and find maybe a bunch of other cards, let's see what they got real quick. Let's just jump into Guys Collectibles and see how many cards do they have their Pokemon. See, only 12. They're probably not gonna have enough that makes it worth it. What are they doing? Why are they listing this card at $200? They must think that it's like the rainbow or something. I have no idea. This is absolutely a $50 card. That's funny. So very odd, but yeah, some reasonable prices, pretty good prices for everything aside from this Charizard, honestly. So, but I don't know if it's enough to warrant the $5 shipping. Actually, you know, if you split the difference, you know, $25 on this Mew, $22 on this Inteleon, assuming that these are all near mint, that's pretty not bad, because the Mews are going for about, let's check real quick, I think the Mews are probably going for still about $30 or so with shipping typically. So, because they have theirs up right here, yep, Guy Collectible, $30, and everything else is going to be more than that. I have bought a bunch of these lately, because I am playing Mew VMAX in person. So, that is a card that I've had my eye on heavily for. So, I think, honestly, if you did want to, like, what I would do, I think the only way to effectively purchase cards from this person is to kind of clear them out with everything that you would want. So for me personally right now, say I was going to make a purchase, I would go with Mew VMAX, Inteleon. This Pikachu V looks alright, just for the sake that it's, you know, Pikachu V, Vivid Voltage, that's its set. What's the price that you can get it for right now? How good of a deal is this? Is the $20 the cheapest one for near mint? Yes it is. Yes it is. So, you know, maybe just toss that in there. Even if it's not something that I'm 100% like, oh, I need to have this card. If you see them for a good deal, I know that $20 is a good deal for the Jolteon. 17 is okay for Jolteon V. You can find better. 15 for Charizard is a pretty solid deal. 18 for the Vaporeon VMAX, pretty solid deal. So yeah, I think that you could definitely make a purchase from this person's shop, but you'd have to do it like that. You'd have to buy enough stuff to make it worth, you know, paying that $5 shipping, but there is definitely a way to make that happen. So yeah, that's how I like to make my purchases, get them all in bulk and try to reduce the shipping cost as much as possible. And like last time, I just wanted to focus on the Fusion Strike booster box. Now this is a little bit more reasonable. People here are, you know, you got $93. Let's see what the cheapest we can get it for right now is. I'm looking at, okay, that's really not bad. $84 plus $10 shipping. If you wanted to get, say, like 5 of them, I'm pretty sure that they would give you that same rate. Let's check the card. Like, what's the shipping? Yeah, we're still paying $10 shipping. So, really, if you get 5 of them, consider that $86 shipped per box. And on eBay, oh, wow, look at that. We are finally, you finally can get a better deal. You have to buy in bulk. But you can finally actually get a better deal than on eBay. But if you want to buy a single one, just get them on eBay, folks. I just did this list like right before filming, so these are all active and current listings. I'm going to post this ASAP, so hopefully they're all still up by the time you see it. But this person right here had buy 3 for $86. That's not as good of a deal if you buy them on here in that bulk price. So you always got to be comparing the prices. Well, just when I saw the Brilliant Stars, I was really taken aback. I'm like, people are buying these for $137 when you could just spend $118. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's $20. That's absolutely absurd. Like $1 or $2 here and there is fine. I mean, if you're making a bulk order, you don't want to be bothered to go to a different website, then sure, maybe spend $1 or $2 for convenience sake, but 20 is just too much. So celebrations, one thing that I wanted to bring up to everybody is Charizard looks like it's actually going down from where I've last seen it. Yeah, look at the graph. It's actually, you know, visible. Like this graph takes a little bit of time to update with what I've noticed for actual market prices. So don't always go by the graph itself, but it definitely is accurate. In the last, say, let's go to view sale history, let's go to filter sales, let's go to near mint, and let's view these sales. I bet I'm gonna go, let's go load more, so just so we can check the last maybe, wow, we've had a lot of sales in the last few weeks. I was gonna try and go back like a couple months. We've had a lot of sales in a few weeks, but let's just, okay, so now we're back in like, say, the around March 20th. So we're looking at about $78, $80. Now this was definitely the average price. Like you're not seeing anything that crazy. Just keep scrolling, about $75 here and there, here and there. Now let's just jump up to today, and we're looking at 71, 75, 72, 72, 74, 72. So we're finding some pretty good deals on these Charizards. And if you look right here, near mint, 171, $2 shipping. Do the exact same thing. Go into their. We're not going to go through as many cards, but let's just check. Okay, so, well, they only have 3, but I mean, $11.50 for an RKSV plus 71 for that. Spend your $2 shipping. That's a great deal. I don't. Lily is a meh card, but just for those two, like, that's a great price. So don't be on the. Don't be sleeping on some of these older cards that I did say that Celebrations have kind of bottomed out, and maybe going to potentially rise, and that is definitely true for a lot of these cards in the set. But apparently not for Charizard, which is awesome. Like, this is the coolest card of the set for one of the few reasons I can't really explain it. Like, the Pikachu logo the 25 logo doesn't really take away from it that much. I've always thought that this Charizard card was a little bland. Not gonna lie, like, for it being the chase card when I was younger, everyone's like, oh my god, Charizard, it was the biggest card. $60 card at the time, guys. That's what the chase card was in Pokemon back in the day. We didn't break $100 till I don't know when, but the chase card was not very expensive back in the day. So Charizard, yeah, it was definitely the hype, but I never liked the artwork that much. I know I've mentioned this before. I thought it was whatever, so I don't really mind the Pikachu logo. I think it kind of adds to it a little bit. I think it's a very, very cool card, and yeah, if you're trying to pick that up, get that done now. Shiny Magikarp going down, Umbreon going down. Like, all these cards look like these top cards look like they're going down a little bit. Like, these were in like the $30 range, and I think that is what you would have expected for the longest time. But now, oh sorry, we gotta refresh. But now if you just, yeah, going down, up a little bit. So once again, I don't think that there's a bad time to buy. This is one of those window situations like I was talking about before, where if it goes down a little bit, if it goes up a little bit, that's fine. Just get the cards that you like, so that if you end up with them at whatever price, that's cool. That's why you bought them. And a few of these cards definitely have bottomed out at the that are a little bit lower too, but some are coming back a little bit in price. I think actually, looking at it here, a lot of the Celebrations cards do seem to be kind of like going down a little bit, which is weird. Wait, Xerneas EX for $5? That's like really cheap. Near mint, 3 Xerneas EX for $5. Folks, by the time you see this video, this will not be available because I'm buying this right now. So here, let's do a little exercise here. I'm gonna show you guys how I would do this. I'm gonna maybe even make a purchase, and then I will just edit myself actually buying it out of the video. But these are too good of a price. Like, this is one of my favorite cards of the set. This Xerneas, I just think it's so colorful, so awesome. It's absolutely incredible. And let's go to Lone Wolf TCG and see what they have on there. Oh, a lot of Magic stuff. I've been actually getting into Magic, guys. Don't hate me. My good friend of mine is a Magic player, and I've been getting him into Pokemon. He's getting me into Magic. So they don't actually have a ton here. I was hoping that they would have more to, like, take advantage of. Tapu Lele GX Celebrations for $701 is a pretty good price. Not gonna lie, you'd have to add that in there. Jolteon VMAX for $8. That's okay. That's okay. They have Reshiram. $424 is a little high though. I think I'm okay on that. They have Tyranitar V. What is this? A Battle Styles card, if I had to guess. Tyranitar was the Battle Styles. One of their chase cards. Let's see. Let's leave here and just see what the price is for Near Mint Holofoil right now. 46 cents? You can get it for that. Yeah, I'm definitely not paying $1 for something you can get for 46 cents. I don't care about the shipping or anything. Like, we can definitely see. Then what I would do when I notice this is, it's like, okay, so if I can get this for 46 cents, then I would jump to this person's shop eventually. I would just open up their shop and then go into it after the fact. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm making, the video, but this is like what I would do. Yeah, I actually don't really see enough to maybe warrant the purchase. I would have wanted a little bit more from their shop, so I think I will abort that idea and just kind of go, yeah, continue with everything that we were doing. But that's where I would have headed. Say there was like, 5, 10, 12 cards I can get there to justify that $2 shipping, I would have gone for it. Although, that is a really good price on just the Xerneas alone. Wow. That is, I honestly, I take that back. That's a good price. Just the cost alone. They have 92.3 feedback. Let's see what their feedback is. Let's check and see what their negative was. They have bare minimum shipping ways, medium chance of damaging cards while in transit, end of envelope was torn but not to the point where the card was missing, very close. That's a little suspect. Hopefully they learned. this is the kind of thing, folks, when you take a risk on people, you have to, you know, read everything. They have decent number of sales, but that is a concerning feedback, and it's a very honest feedback. 3 out of 5. They didn't give them 1, they didn't give them 2. They, you know, tried to be as fair as possible. So these are all the things you must consider when making a purchase online. I think overall, and I'm not gonna lie, folks, that feedback really did kind of push me back over in the other direction. I only really like people who handle their stuff with care and do it from the get-go. So I'm gonna actually pass on this sale, mainly because of that. Yeah. So nevertheless, these singles seem to be going down, which is awesome. The sealed product, however, is steadily, you know, keep going up. I said Mew V last time. I had to stop myself this time. Gold shiny Mew. Gold shiny Mew seems to be going down in price. All this, what is going on? All the singles are going down right now. I mean, yes, $5 shipping, $5 shipping. So can we get a good $40? I think, like, yeah, 46, 45 was the going rate. So for some reason, Celebrations is going down. That's really cool for the singles prices. I'm not sure if people got a reprint somewhere along the way, but or maybe like a distributor had an extra supply, but like large extra supply. I couldn't really tell you, but that's pretty dope. I really don't like when people have this many cards in their set. It really makes me kind of overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know where to even begin. So I usually, you know, wouldn't really give this shop too much mind. Hey, Kitten Cat Aubrey Sales, if you're watching, this would be a good one for our friend / your girl. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, this is like incredible. Oh wow, because these a lot of these cards from this era have the border that's hollow foil, but because this is an expedition card, or I'm sorry, not expedition, pardon me, in E series, the E kind of made me say expedition. Expedition is just a set of the E series, I want to say, but the E series card, they have the thicker border, so now the whole thing is more holographic on the border. That's really beautiful. But if you're looking for a birthday gift, that's a really cool card. Wow. Anyway, back to reality. This is why I don't let myself get into vintage product, folks, because there's just so much that once I open that vintage door, it's like I get lost. So that's why, if you notice, I keep my stuff really limited to the modern era. But $40 for this is a great price, especially shipped. This person had it for 40 shipped, right? Yeah, 40 shipped. That's excellent. That's really awesome. And there's a couple people that have it for 40 shipped. That's really awesome. So if you folks are looking to pick one of these up, I may add another one to my collection. I think that $40 is just like a really healthy price for this card. I can't see it being a bad... I think this card at $50 is a great price. It's a beautiful card. Absolutely stunning. So really cool. I'm really happy to see that a lot of these cards are getting more available for everybody. I know this video's taking a while, folks, so I'm going to try and speed up the rest of it. Into Evolving Skies. So things are still crazy. Since the last time we were here, I don't know if the Umbreon itself has gotten too much more, you know, out of control. But let's see, it was in like, yeah, it really, you know, up by $10, $20 here and there. It has been fluctuating in like that 320 to 350 range now. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that this card would have skyrocketed the way that it did? But that is cool, and I'm very happy for the Umbreon folks. And I am extra happy for people like myself who are the Rayquaza VMAX holders. This card has started to really take off in an Umbreon way. So looking at it now, if you want to get this card from someone who has 0% sales, I'm sorry, 0% feedback and no sales, you are going to be paying $215. You're going to have to take that risk. Let's see how many cards they have in their shop. The more cards they have in their shop, the more I feel like you can trust the person, because it says that they plan on being here for at least a little while. They're not here for some quick cash grab scam. They have a Snorlax gold. Is this shiny? I guess it must be shiny. Yeah, it just doesn't look any different than normal Snorlax. But they have this for $150 for some reason. Is the market price really going up on this card? We'll get into Chilling Reign in a bit, but because we noticed that was at like 75 last time. I can't believe that card's jumping up like that if it is. So yeah, I'm just really happy. And then $240 from reputable sellers. Folks, this card was not $200 just 2 weeks ago. Check my videos. Just 2 weeks ago, this card was at $200. $205. If you bought this card, if I bought more at $205, you could have made a quick little profit, because by the time you factor in tax, then factor in everything for selling the card, you're not going to be making like, just straight $40. But I can't believe how these cards are kind of jumping. Like, I didn't really think I would see this type of movement in the modern Pokemon card market, but very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. The rest of Evolving Leafeon VMAX is going for what? Leafeon VMAX is going for 150? What is going on, folks? What is going on? Keep your eyes out for, like, this card was not was $100, $105, not like a few weeks ago. Let's go near mint, view sales, scroll down. Today's the 6th. I want to go back to the 6th of March. $107 on the 7th. And we're looking at 150 now? What is going on? Like, Evolving Skies is a problem, folks. Evolving Skies is something that the Pokemon company needs to address. Reprint this set, Pokemon. What is going on? Just absolutely absurd. And it's the evolutions, too. You know, Sleepy Dragonite V, which to me is an extremely cool card. One of, like, if not the... I think this Dragonite V maybe the Rayquaza V with Zinnia is awesome. I don't know if I like any other card, including any of these Umbreons, any of these evolutions, this Rayquaza V Max. I think that this Rayquaza V and this Dragonite V are two of the coolest cards of the set, and they don't really seem like they've moved that much at all. Oh, they have gone up. I'm an idiot. I just haven't been following it that much. I've been keeping my eyes on the V Max. This set is just out of control. So about $70 for the V is what I've noticed. This is a cool card. Maybe, folks, let's just keep an eye on this card. This may be the next one to pop off, okay? Seems like everything else is just going straight up, 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 and up. I might pick up a couple of these Vs to go with my V Maxes. I think this is a pretty cool card. Looks great. Fantastic. Some of these artworks and these not full arts, these alternate full arts are just unbelievable. So I'm really, some of these singles that I'm keeping my eye on today for maybe myself personally, the shiny Mew that we were just looking at, maybe Charizard, and this card right here, the V. And then maybe this Dragonite, no, the Dragonite V did shoot up. The cards that shoot up, I don't like to buy when they're at the peak. I like to buy when they're, you know, at a reasonable price still. So, Espeon V, I've noticed this card's been in the $50 range for a while. I'm sorry this is going to be a longer video, folks, but I think that a lot of this is, like, really important if you're trying to get a good deal on some of these cards, because the Pokemon Company seems to be going, like, full speed ahead, and for some reason, like, slowing down again. Something about in-person play seems to be slowing things down in a way where when we had no in-person play, it seemed like things were flying. Like, when I got into this hobby again back in late September, early October, things just seemed to be pushing, moving. Like, everything was just being sold so much. We had a lot of distribution, a lot of stock, a lot of supply. And now I'm noticing like a little bit of a dip in the supply while the demand has increased. I don't know if maybe they anticipated the increase of demand with in-person play coming back, because the collectors are here, but the players weren't here. I mean, they were here, but they weren't like buying cards to play with. So now you have the players on top of the collectors coupled with the same supply. So technically supply and demand is like, you know, there's a shift in it because we have a more demand, equal supply. So very, very interesting, and a lot of these cards too aren't really super playable. Like this Rayquaza V here is not super playable, and maybe that's why you haven't been seeing it. Umbreon V, I haven't been seeing a lot of play though, so I don't really know why. Leafeon V, VMAX, Glaceon VMAX, haven't really been seeing a lot of play, so I don't really know why they are going the path that they are, but very interesting to keep an eye out. We're going to try and blast through just the last couple sets. I have a bit of a name for Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, and Battle Styles. I don't really know what to call them right now. I guess I have more of a bit of a theme. I think they're just like those three sleepers right now that you can buy them, the booster boxes, for a pretty affordable price, and you can get some pretty cool cards, and eventually these are going to shoot up. So I know if you've been following other PokeTubers, a lot of people have been talking about Chilling Reign a lot lately, so keep an eye out for that. But I think that Battle Styles and Fusion Strike both fall in that same vein of sets that are pretty affordable at the moment but may shoot up. So let's check out this Snorlax real quick, because yeah, see the 65, okay, heavily played, no, that was up there. Yeah, 75 for near mint, okay, that's what I was expecting. $5 shipping is a lot though. Is this card really going up like that? Wow, so Snorlax is going up. Look at it, crazy. My personal card, I know I mentioned last time that I want to actually, in the same way that I'm looking at all these other cards, the Zeraora V, it hasn't really seen too much movement, and I think this is going to be the time for me to start picking up some of these, some copies of this. I love this card. I've talked about it before, I'm not going to talk about it again, but I think this is one of the more beautiful full arts. Just gorgeous. I despise this card. I think it's so ugly. I just can't believe it's a $100 card. whatever, but I just like to keep track on the market, see what's what, and if I see one of these for a really good price, you know, maybe I would pick it up just for the sake of its value. But ugh, do not like that card. Moltres V is going up in value. This is one of those few cards that makes a ton of sense. Badass card, looks just absolutely incredible, really emphasizes the flame yet dark element of the Galarian Moltres, and it is incredibly playable. You're seeing this play in a lot of decks. Mew VMAX is still very popular, weak to darkness. So in a lot of Arceus decks, a lot of the new not new, let me rephrase. The newer Urshifu VMAX build is including Galarian Moltres V as that Mew VMAX counter, because of course Urshifu being weak to Mew VMAX. So this card makes a ton of sense, seeing a lot of play, but it's not really something that I will be keeping an eye out on just for, other than I keep an eye out on every card, because if you find a good deal, you find a good deal. Cool. But for me personally, cards that I would maybe want to end up with, I know I've mentioned before, this Galarian Zapdos I think is pretty dope. Just in the same, oh no, it's going up. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna have to buy one of these soon, because I think that this is not gonna stop going up. I think this is a really gorgeous card. I love the kind of the trifecta of the colors here with the orange. Well, I guess that isn't really a trifecta, it blends more into the tan here, but the contrast, I'll say, of the orange and then the sky in the background, that nice valley. Truly a gorgeous card. I love this card in the same way that I like the Zeraora, just a really, really beautiful card, and I'm going to apparently have to now start keeping my eye on this and start getting a couple copies of this before it skyrockets. But I did want to bring up, however, the Chilling Reign booster box. We're going to see a little bit of a Brilliant Stars here theme, folks. I want to say that this is going to be a little too expensive here. Let's see what we can get these booster boxes for on TCG Player. I'm looking at something in the... Okay, where's shipping including? Anything with shipping included? Nope. So, if you want shipping included, you're going to have to spend $95. If you want shipping not included, if you want to pay shipping, it's still about, you know, $94 here. And they only have one. So this one here, you have to, even if you get them all. Like, what are we at here on eBay? I think, was it 85, 86? Okay, actually, it looks like we're looking at a really similar price. So, my mistake. We're looking at more of a Fusion Strike situation, where Fusion Strike was actually cheaper on TCG. This one is almost like doesn't really matter, buy it wherever. But it's always good to keep an eye out on that. People have been speculating that Chilling Reign is going to go up. I really can't tell you either way. I just see this in some of those singles, and I know that I need to start getting in on the cards that I want, because I don't want to have to pay super expensive price for them later. Speaking of which, I may have just found this card for an okay price, like not a great price, but I noticed that it's like starting to creep up. And for me, if you folks have been following me for any length of time, you'll know that I love Battle Styles. Not love, I like it. I think it's awesome. Battle Styles was the very first set of Pokemon cards that I purchased getting back into the hobby. I just saw them on the shelf because no one wanted Battle Styles at the time, and I didn't even know you could buy Pokemon cards. I heard that they were super hard to get a hold of, and I was like, hey, I haven't bought cards in years. I was at GameStop buying video games, and I was like, let me get some Pokemon cards, and I did, and that was, well, here we are today, you know, 6-7 months later, and I have, yeah, I'm now, as they say, balls deep in the hobby. But I have been keeping an eye on this card. It was in that $65 range. I was like, all right, that's, you know, pretty reasonable, and then I'm like, wait a minute, it's 65 and it's going up, like 70, 72, 73, and so I think I got it for like 70 or so. But it's it's a really cool card. I think it is a really, it's my spirit animal, or at the very least my spirit theme. You know, I like to take naps. I'm a very sleepy kind of guy, so Sleepy Tyranitar, that's why I like that Sleepy Dragonite from before. I really do have to get one of those, but I have to try and find it at a good price. So I think Sleepy Tyranitar is a very cool card. Keep your eye out for it. Maybe get it now if you're looking to get this card, because I think Battle Styles is, like we were calling, like, call it for now just the sleeper picks. I think that, once again, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, they've been too cheap for too long. They are going to go up. This is about the price that you can find it on eBay. I won't really waste our time with that. Yeah, about the same price. So nothing too crazy there for Battle Styles. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead on the tabs. The only other card that I may keep in mind for getting, it would be the alternate art Urshifu VMAX. I think this is actually, this card's grown on me. When I first saw this card, I was like, nah, it's whatever. But then, and I knew that I saw the Pokemon, I was like, yeah, that's cool, but whatever. But then just like, at this point in time, something about the colors are really popping to me. And I would like to see this card in person. So I think that this will be maybe one of the next ones that I do try to add to my, I don't want to say collection, but what I like to do, I realize, is just kind of like, have the card, take some pictures of it, realize, you know, it's awesome, and then maybe hold it forever or sell it or what have you. I'm not really sure. I just want to experience the card. Like, seeing these cards on the website is great, but seeing them in person truly is better. And the difference between buying a card and selling it, in my opinion, is not that much different than buying it and throwing it in a binder if you never really look at it again. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't really have the time to be sitting and just looking at Pokemon cards as I do right now. Like, if I'm not gonna be purchasing it, like the ones that I already own, it's kind of like, all right, mission accomplished. And I don't really sit and just chill. Like, some days, you know, if you're really just trying to stop and smell the roses, absolutely. But I think that that can be done with, you know, pictures too. I like to make my videos. You folks watch my free card giveaway episodes. I will showcase all these cards that I purchase. And to me, that's how I get my enjoyment out of it. So however you want to do it. But for me, that might be what I would do with a card like this, is buy it, enjoy it, and then maybe sell it, because I'm not going to, unless I started to play Urshifu V Max a little bit more, or because I have it on the online, but I don't play it in I don't plan on buying it for in-person play. But I do think it's cool to just like get the cards while they're affordable, while if you want to experience it in some way, shape, or form, and go from there. It's hard, you know, folks, deciding what you want to do with Pokemon, because there's so many cards and you can't really own every product within reason. I mean, if you have infinite money, or if you have, pretty much you would really need like an incredibly high income stream to have every single Pokemon product you wanted, because most people want pretty much most things. So I try to experience things in my way. Hopefully you folks are able to find a way to do that as well. Let's just jump into Shining Fates real quick. I've noticed these prices are kind of going down a little bit here and there. Suicune V was around 20. I think, you know, 17. It's pretty good. I said Suicune V. I'm so used to playing the game Suicune, just regular. Okay, that's lightly played. But even then, near mint, yeah, decent prices, decent prices. So near mint for $25. Check your prices, folks. Don't be paying $25 for a card, but you don't have to. It's just silly. I think the shiny Charizard V Max, that's like a pretty decent price, right? Weren't we looking at like around, yeah, 144? So if you can get this card for 120, what's the near mint for 120? That's a great price, folks. Great price right here. Excellent, excellent price. May not be here when you all come to the video. I may buy this. That's a really good price. 96 sales, 100% feedback. Let's just check out their store real quick. This may be the sale that wow, they only have the one card too, the Charizard. Whew. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. This card is not going to be here when you check the video, because I'm buying it right now. So that's a really good price. So this is part of the benefit of me doing my videos, is I get my live, you know, I get first pick. So sorry, if you guys want this card here, you are able to buy it still. You would just now have to pay 130 instead of 121, which is just crazy. So I'm gonna have to edit this part out, but I'll see y'all in a second. I'm gonna go buy this card. So here we are. Yeah, I couldn't let that sit up there. Like $121. Are you kidding me? For Charizard VMAX, for a card that was just selling for $140. Yeah. When you folks, if you have the ability and you see a card like this, don't let it sit there. Don't let it sit there, because that's a great price. That looks like someone to me that just wants to move the card. Let's just go check now, because now that I have time, because I was really worried that someone would just scoop this up. Like, trust me, guys, this card would not have been here. If I didn't buy it, someone else would have by the time you are able to watch this video. There's just no way. Let's view the sales history. Let's go filter. Let's go near mint, and let's just see how many have sold for under 121. So 121. Looking. Okay, so we have one for 120. Sorry, my camera's in the way. A couple for 120. Okay, so 119, 115. So you have a few here and there, but I see so many for the 120, 140, 130, 130. And this is that kind of card that I may just get, enjoy. And if you guys throw this card up on eBay, people love Charizard. This is a card that could easily sell for 150. So I think 120 is it's a must-buy price at 121. All right, cool. So yeah. So this is what you got to do, folks. Keep an eye out for good deals. Like, I knew this card was in the 140 range, in my opinion. I still think it should be. You know what it is? We've had a lot of Shining Fates lately. That's what it is. We've definitely had a lot of Shining Fates lately. So you'll notice that on, let me go here in the Elite Trainer box. This box has been reprinted. I actually just grabbed one at GameStop the other day, because I was just buying stuff. I'm like, I will open this on, you know, in one of my videos. And I was like, yeah, why not? Because I only had a few, and I was like, okay, what's the deal? Okay, here we go. And yep, looking at them now, you know, $50, $50. That's about reasonable. I think if you get them on eBay, there is a couple sellers right now. I'm just going to tell you straight up, I'm not going to go on eBay. There's a couple sellers that have them for about $47 shipped. So if you want them, get them on eBay right now. You can get them for under MSRP. But I believe that is why we are seeing maybe a decline in some of these shiny cards. So I think that's still a pretty good price for that Charizard. And if we see a couple more, maybe I will be keeping my eyes out for those as well. Oh, this is a weird song. Let's see, what is this one? Snow Point City. It has a bit of like not a Lavender Town feel to it, but okay, there we go, nice little upbeat. But just like that kind of 8-bit like doo 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 doo. It was very ooh, but I'm really glad with where it went. Now it's a good beat. So I might actually come back to this in my spare time and take a look at the entire Shiny Vault, because if everything is going down in singles, I love the Shiny Vault. I think all these cards are just gorgeous, and I might start trying to complete this set for myself. Really, really cool. Yeah, look, like if you guys look at the market price, like the as low listing, and then the market price for a lot of the cards, you will see a pretty big difference. So that to me just says a large influx on cards lately, and yeah, maybe want to take advantage of it. What is this Ice Cube's ability? I know this is super random. I just want to read this. If this Pokemon has full HP, it takes 60 less damage from your opponent's attacks. That's crazy. So you got a 180 HP Ice Cube at, you know, basic default. Oh, well, I guess if you tick it with like a damage counter, like a Zigzagoon, like this beautiful little Zigzagoon here, if you just put that one damage counter on it, I love this card. What can you get this for? 225. I don't play anything live that would warrant me getting this card, but maybe someday. So let's just quickly end off with, I'll just roll through the last couple sets here. We've got Chunky Chew coming in here. I may have one of these cards on the way, may not. I'm not going to spoiler alert it. But Near Mint Holofoil for 162. This is a good price, folks. This is a good price. If you are trying to get this card, this is good. I was literally on here like shopping for this card not a few hours ago, and there were none up for 165. I think I might have honestly spent like 170 on the card. But yeah, get it while you can. That's a really good price. That's a very good price. So go into their shop, like I've shown you a couple times before, and check it out if that's what you're going for. Unfortunately, in this set, there really isn't too much more. $15 for the Pikachu V full art? That's a really good price in and of itself. Look at that. Let's check Near Mint. Like, how many of those have sold for... Oh, is it Near Mint, though? Yeah, it's damaged. Okay, duh. I should have checked this first, because I was going to see, like, how many of those were sold for 15, but that's why that makes sense. I was just looking at that card not too long ago. Or was that with you folks? I forget. But yeah, not too much in Vivid Voltage. Champion's Path, as low as 150. What is wrong with this card that it's 150? Let's see what's wrong with this card, folks. Damaged. There you go. This is another one of those cards that's going... There's no way this is worth 300 right now. This just sold for 290? What is going on? 297. Now I'm gonna look at the highs. A little crazy here. Okay, so we got 230, 240, 240, 215. Okay, that's a little more reasonable. And what can you get it for here right now? About 230. Ugh, crazy. And that's from a 0% seller. Oh man, this card is going up. Crazy stuff. So I just want to see what that 150 was. Let's see what this 112 is. That's actually a pretty decent price here. Oh, I should have opened it too. I wanted to talk about the Elite Trainer box as well. I can kind of lead into that from here. Wow, 160 for this card. This card does not look that cool to me, folks, for 160. But hey, that's just me. This is probably not one of those cards where I would buy just to enjoy to have and then, you know, redo, unless I could get it for a really great price, because I just wouldn't really enjoy it that much. I did want to mention real quick, once again, not going to open it up, but if you want to get this Champion's Path Elite Trainer box, do not pay 113. Go on eBay. You can get them for like 90, 95 bucks, you know, 100 at the most. But don't pay this price. That's insane. Go on eBay. They're cheaper right now, for sure. 100%. Darkness Ablaze. Okay, I just had to mention one thing, guys. I may have jumped the gun a little bit on this Darkness Ablaze Elite Trainer box. You can get these for $35 shipped all day. That's my bad. That's my bad. 35 bucks shipped all day. I overpaid. I straight up overpaid. I have like 7 or 8 of these right now. Cost average was like $45. Because I was just so excited to be able to get the box for under 140 that I didn't stop to think, hey, maybe there's going to be an absolute insane amount of these flooding the market. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. This is one of those window products, but this is a window that I definitely wish I had waited a little bit on. And in future reprint type deals, I will definitely wait a little bit more on, because it's just going to give me a framework for future instances where if an older set comes out, not vintage, or I'm sorry, not out of rotation, but if an older set comes out and they're doing like a booster box or an Elite Trainer box, maybe I'll not get the first ones that are available on the market, and I will wait until the market gets a little more saturated and everyone gets their fill. That would have been a smart choice with this. Not too much else to talk about in Darkness Ablaze. I might have gotten one of these, I honestly forget. I've been getting I found a good amount of cards for a good deal lately, so I've been picking up a good stuff here and there. But this Charizard, it seems like, see, now this is an, I don't get why that rainbow is like 2 something, and then this is only 40 bucks, 50 bucks. This to me is like a way cooler card. The colors look better. So that's just me. And then especially if you want to talk about the Charizard V, like comparing this to, like, you could buy 2.5 of these compared to that Charizard, or 3 of them compared to the Charizard V shiny. Like, I think I'd rather have 3 of these than 1 Charizard shiny V. So nothing too much else in Darkness Ablaze. Let's just close this off quickly. There's actually not really much else in any of these sets. Like, none of these things have moved that much. Everything is still really expensive. I want so badly to have a Robo-Clash booster box and a Sword and Shield booster box in my, call it sealed collection or whatever you want to consider it right now, because that would mean I would have every booster box from the Sword and Shield era right now, but I just refuse to pay these prices. I absolutely refuse to pay something like that for a collector price when the same thing could happen with the Elite Trainer box. So I would recommend not buying these. If you folks absolutely need to have it, and you need to have it now, go for it. But to me, I think it's a bit ridiculous. I just don't want to pay that type of markup on this product. The only thing that I paid markup on recently is I bought a few Champions Path Elite Trainer boxes on eBay. They had a little rip in the tiniest of rips in the cellophane, and I only bought them for the booster packs, and they were $75. So essentially I got the 10 booster packs for $7.50 a piece, plus the Charizard promo card, all that stuff. If I open them up, I haven't even opened them yet. I think if I keep them sealed, even with just the little rips, they're still going to be fine. But yeah, and folks, keep an eye out. Like, I missed a really good deal on Champions Path Elite Trainer boxes because I just wasn't vigilant. So stay vigilant if you are interested in a particular product. Always be out there shopping, be refreshing the pages, and if you find a good deal, do not hesitate. I don't like to really consider buying Pokemon stuff. I'd really just consider it like a transfer of value, because money has value, Pokemon has value. If you ever need to, you can always sell it. If you ever, you know, want to, if that's your goal, you can always sell it. So if you see a good deal, like you see me do, jump on the products. Once again, thank you for sticking with me today. I know it's been a longer video, but I think this was all really good information if you're trying to pick up any of this stuff. And it looks like a lot of that older Sword and Shield stuff is going out of style. So once again, please join my other giveaways. I have episode 13 and 14, a free card giveaway, and I know I didn't mention it initially, and this is only for those real awesome followers that stay with me, but we're doing Discord giveaways as well. So brand new 100% free Discord giveaways. So all you gotta do is post in the Discord group once. We're doing them per month. I'm starting with 3 booster packs for this month. I might do 4 because I mentioned to someone I'm doing 4, so I don't want to go against that, but that was a mistake, and I am doing 3 for this month. We'll probably do 4, 5, 6, up at one a month for the rest of the year or something of that nature. But yeah, come and join us in the Discord. We're going to be having giveaways there. More giveaways on Free Card Giveaway 15 will be coming up soon, so please like, follow, sub, and stay tuned. Turn on that notification bell because I don't want people missing my giveaways. I've seen a lot of people enter one and then not again, and it's cool to have everyone enter all the time. So thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.